That's good. Oh, hey. Welcome to Deep Thoughts. I'm your host, Ryan, and hey, I'm glad that you're here. Got some things to talk about today. I was just enjoying a nutritious snack, which I recommend to people who like nutritious snacks. But that's not the point of the deep thought today. The point of the deep thought today is when there's no news to talk about, movie news, why is it that we create news on our own? I'm not too sure about that. But before we get into it, let me find out who's in the chat here. Got Jesse Allen says, hey, what's up? Who else? Dr. Fate's here. Damn, Jesse. That's right. See, Jacob's in here. Oh, man. Hey, thank you so much. This was such a kind of impromptu. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it today. I was like, either I'm going to do Deep Thoughts today or tomorrow. But, man, there's so much BS is going on. I'm like, I got to say something about it. You know, I try to keep my distance from drama and stupidity and things like that. But I feel like I got to let people know my stance and my position and how I stay neutral and all that. Let's see. How many villains do you think they're yet to get announced in the Batman? And who do you think they are? Well, the way Matt Reeves is handling it, we're probably going to get every villain that's ever been written in the comics for the Batman film. I'm doing good, man. Ray, I appreciate that. I'm doing very good today. How are you doing? You doing good? I hope so. I hope you're doing great. Let's see. Fate. Hold on one second. Let me jump in here. Hit some other people. Novaho. Ready for some great takes? Yes, we are, man. We are ready for some great takes. I haven't had any yet, but we're ready. We're ready for great takes. Beard is looking thick. This thing needs to go away. It's at the stage where it's itchy and me no likey. I guess while we're talking about beards, let me jump this guy in here real quick. Steve Kassan in with the beard, thicker beard than mine. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. So
that's right. The Sultan of Agrabah beard. That's what I got.
Man. Yes. So yeah, like I said, we have a nutritious snack, neon sci-fi, and bananas are delicious. I go bananas for bananas. Let's see.
Bananas.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, bananas.
Gwen Stefani, yo.
Yeah.
We had 3 Japanese girls as accessories, you know, back when then.
If I were a rich girl, I stole that from a very old movie.
See, we're hip. We know our stuff.
Yep. Let's see. Let me jump in here a little bit more. Let me catch up. Dr. Fate. Hold on. He's talking to Jesse. Rogues Galleries. Deep Thoughts releasing the freaking Air Cut. Freak.
Freak out.
Yeah, freak. They are going to release the Air Cut, man. It is coming. I mean, we still should make some noise about it, you know, just to kind of, studios and things like that. They want to be reassured that, that what's coming out is going to pay off, at the end of the day. So they are working on it. They are retooling the third act. I can't wait for it. It's going to be great. 2021 is going to be fantastic for a lot of these like recuts and whatever. And hey, I welcome the Schumacher cut as well. If something happens with that, if not, then I welcome the thought of a Schumacher cut. That's cool. But if it never happens, then it never happens. So we'll see. We'll see.
If they have it, why not show it?
Tons of news. I don't know about
Is
tons
there
of news.
a lot of news?
There's behind the scenes shots of the Batman. There's like, they're still shooting that, but I mean, I haven't seen a lot of it. I haven't seen a lot of the photos. I saw the one that had the guy wearing Superman's cape. I guess they're at a costume party or something like that. So that seems cool.
It is Halloween, right? So.
It is. It definitely is. So yeah, I mean, that could be classified, I guess, as news, but it's nothing that's like jaw dropping, like the release of the Catwoman outfit or whatever, how she's supposed to end up looking after all is said and done or whatever, and she gets to earn the stripes for that role or something. That'd be cool to see.
And also, why do you want to know? Why do you want to know stuff before the movie comes out?
Man, you know what? We are so spoiled these days.
We are.
I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I knew nothing about the movies. I entered them blindly, and during the movie, I got to decide if I liked what I saw or not.
Amen,
so,
brother. Amen,
yeah,
amen,
I mean,
brother.
What's up, Cygnus? I'm glad that you're here. Katsuka, what up?
What up?
Not much. Arkham Gaming, I'm sure he has a great question. How are you doing? I'm doing great. Do you watch Supernatural? I don't watch Supernatural, but my son and my daughter both swear by the show. They've watched all seasons, but I personally don't watch it. I couldn't get into Eccles and his confused sort of attitude toward every situation he was in, but he did a great job in Under the Red Hood, and I have to give him props for that. He was a great Jason Todd, so loved it. Thought he did a great job. Watch Supernatural. It's an awesome show and has to do with God, angels, heaven, demons, hell, and Lucifer. There's a lot of things, but it's their own take. It's their own spin.
Yeah.
That's not exactly what I would say connects with anything that I connect with. It's sort of the Hollywood's take on those characters, situations, all that. Same thing like I was watching this show called Evil. Have you seen that show? It's a little series, and at first I didn't quite like it, but I wanted to see how it ended. I liked the costume, the prosthetics, the different things, the different interpretations of demons and things like that. And it was an interesting show. It is on a cliffhanger, and I'm definitely interested. There's some things that I took issue with, but it wasn't enough. The show itself, Evil, wasn't enough for me to make like a review on it. But I mean, I would recommend that people watch that. I think it's pretty cool.
I will say that Supernatural came at the right time when Buffy was ending and Angel
Buffy, and then they had that other one, Angel.
Yeah, those were good shows. Angel was a really good show. So Supernatural came on like when those were ending. Okay, well, how do we get my Supernatural almost like Syndicate?
Yeah.
My fix,
but I mean, I remember watching like Buffy the Vampire Slayer with the girl from Scooby Doo and no, not her. The other girl, the one from Scooby Doo was in Buffy. I forget her name. Her name escapes me. She's married to the guy that played Fred, who also does Star Wars stuff. Is Anakin Skywalker? What is his name? I don't know. He went nuts on YouTube a couple years ago. God, I can't remember his name. People in the chat, help me out. What is his name? I forget. But anyway, I mean, I remember with Luke Perry or Luke Wilson, the guy from Melrose. He was in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie with Paul Rubens.
Luke Perry. Luke Perry,
and then the girl played Buffy in that one, and I forget which was it. That wasn't Christina.
Christy Swanson or something like that.
Yes.
No,
because the other girl, the one that Alicia Silverstone, she played in Clueless. Yeah. And then they made a Clueless television show after that, which I didn't watch that either. I watched the movies for both of those, but yeah. Let's see, where were we? Let me get back to this. So that was
so Supernatural, good show.
Yeah, Supernatural is a good show. Dang it, I hate getting lost in this stuff. Let me just jump in here. Akancha, she's here. What up?
Hey.
You call me Joker. I wish. Me too.
Joker's here.
Joker's in the house. Let's see. I know I'm just sad over waiting for my Joker to prove everyone wrong. Who's that? What
Who's
Joker?
your Joker?
Which Joker? The last thing he said was the Ayer cut. Oh, the Ayer cut Joker. Okay, so Jared Leto. Okay. Man, you know what? I hope that his performance is great. I want to see that. I want to see, what David Ayer had in store for his character and what the story should have been leading up to the Justice League movie. So yeah, I can't wait for that. Steve Kazan is my Baya. Okay. Is that slang for my dog?
No, it was like brother or something like that.
Oh, brother. Okay.
I'm not too fluent in Punjab. I think it's Punjabi or Hindi. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Neither am I.
I'm too
Neither am I. So
westernized.
we're both in the same boat here.
Yeah.
Akansha says, "What are your thoughts on Superman in the Superman on Matt Reeves?" Well, I think it's just somebody in a costume. I mean, it has the yellow S on the back of the cape, so you got to understand that Hollywood and others have deemed the underwear that Superman wears on the outside and the yellow S on the back of the cape as childish or kiddie or something of in that vein. So yeah, I think it's just simply somebody in a costume. Reese is up in here. If people Photoshop blue suit from Justice League into the black suit, it's technically legit since Zach is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the hues of what? Because that's what Zach said, right? He made the suit. Him and Michael Wilkinson, they made the suit purposely like that, so the muscles are highlighted.
Yeah.
Because then it would be easier to change it to the black suit.
I wonder what it would have looked like if he didn't get his Justice League cut. He didn't get to change, the cut he's working on now. He didn't get to change the black into a black suit. Would it have looked good with the desaturated normal look, or would it still have looked odd? Because it looked odd when they increased saturation for Justice League. Yeah. Like I'm just saying, if Joss Whedon never came into the thing, never took over, and he was just completing the movie, and he didn't have the family tragedy, and he just completed his movie, would it have changed? Or I'm sorry, would the blue suit with sort of the desaturation still look good?
I think so, yeah.
Would it have looked a little off? Like, would you have seen that metallic, the metallic structure underneath, highlighting the muscle structure? Would you have seen that?
Maybe a bit, but it would definitely match the color tone, absolutely. Because that's the one thing about Zach is that he knows how his things. Every film he's done, he has a certain color palette. Kind of like with David Ayer has a certain style of film that he does. Mm-hmm. So when you look at all of Zach's films, there's a certain color palette that he adds to it, and the darker the colors and the more contrast and everything, it would definitely work well with the blue suit. So that's the benefit is that, like I mentioned, him and Michael going into it knowing that, okay, we got a 50-50 chance that we can go blue or we can go black. If we still go blue, it'll still look good. But if we get the chance to make it black, well, it's a good color.
Yeah, because I mean, Henry. I don't know if it was Henry or Zach or both, but one of them took a photo of him in the suit, made it black, and put it on Instagram, Twitter, some social media, and it was just like a snippet of like maybe a little part of his chest.
I remember. Yeah.
And so that was a little test that they put out there. Do you think that sort of added to the Warner Brothers executive saying, "Hey, what the hell is this guy doing?" Because we've already said no.
They've already had the black suit in Man of Steel, right? In the dream.
Man of Steel, they had the black suit. Yes, it was a different version because in the black suit in Man of Steel, it was all black. Yeah. In this one, he's got a gray S on the shield, a gray cape. And I think just gray highlights on the suit for like the webbing.
I will say that I've bought tons of Man of Steel and BBS figures and toys and even from Justice League, and I do have some variants, and I've seen variants of of Henry. I mean, of Superman in the black and silver costume, right? In the black costume.
Yeah.
And there you can buy like you can buy figures, you can buy clothing, you can buy Under Armour shirts. I have a
Oh
black
wow.
Superman JL hat. And
Okay.
the thing is that, yeah, you make different variations of stuff for, to sell toys, but
Yes.
there has to be a reason why, right?
Mm-hmm.
As well, maybe there is something in there, and
Yeah.
or maybe this is some that talks. Okay, we'll just make this, or perhaps there's something to it, because
Yeah.
like when I think you were talking about in one of the streams before, like you make all these different toys, you make different costumes. Why? Because we gotta sell toys. We gotta
Yeah.
sell more merchandise.
And that's where they make a lot of their money from,
Yeah.
is marketing, advertising, stuff like that. And that's why but the thing is, today a lot of the kids don't play with their toys. They have them, they shelve them, because their toy is the handheld, it's the game, that's what they're locked into. They're locked into that, I don't want to say AI, but they're locked into that artificial universe, which
We're
we
the
did
kids,
when we
right?
were kids. But we knew that, we got burnt out on that. We wanted to go outside and play basketball. We wanted to go out, ride our bikes, go do things, interact, get into trouble. That was what what we were all about. Phoenix
Now we make
Knight
it.
Flame says the guy who is the showrunner for The Boys also did Supernatural. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I mean, I love The Boys. I think the Boys is fantastic. Jacob says the show isn't that great after season 5. But it's still kind of entertaining. I think they're on like season 11. Is that correct? They've gone, because 10 is syndication. 10, after you get syndicated, everyone on the cast is like, oh hell yeah, and everybody in the crew is like, oh, that's bread and butter, baby. So yeah, for them to continue is kind of interesting. Let's see. This is what up,
What up,
Ray
Ray?
Ray? I have questions. Can you help me reply? Well, I mean,
Sure.
I think we did. Yeah, we'll reply. Let's see. The Suicide Squad has way over third act deleted scenes. Fans just assume because scoopers say it.
Scoopers. Oh,
Scoopers. 2 scoops.
Scoopers. 2 scoops.
Let's see. Gavin
Got fatal
Cooley.
scoops
What's up,
coming up.
Gavin? Ryan, you think who do you think has a better rogues gallery, Green Lantern or the Flash? The Flash. I love Green Lantern's rogue gallery. I love Atrocitus, the Manhunters, Larfleeze, Star Sapphire. But those are like, and the guy that was even in the movie, I forget, Hammond. There are some good Acrona. There's some good villains, but the Rogues gallery, the Rogues in the Flash, they're more well known. You've got the Top, you've got Reverse Flash, you've got Zoom, you've got the Top, you've got Weather Wizard, you've got Gorilla Grodd. There's his Rogue gallery. Heat Wave, Captain Boomerang, Captain Cold. I think that's right. Captain Cold. Yeah, Captain Cold, right? Because then Mr. Freeze, Captain Cold. I always get them for some reason. I get them mixed up. But yeah, no, I think that I like the Lantern villains more than I like the Flash villains. But I think the Flash villains are iconic, or more iconic, or more well known. And that needs to be fleshed out in the Green Lantern show or the Green Lantern movie, so that we will be more aware of these, or the general public will be more aware of these. And once they get more familiar, they might like them better, more. So, what do you think about that, man? What do you think about the which Rogue gallery do you think is better?
I personally like the Lantern gallery because you can work your imagination. But I will say Flash's gallery, as I mentioned, is more comic booky and fits with that.
Yeah.
Whereas with Lanterns, with all the characters you can use with the Green Lantern universe, it's more, you can go side by side. You can be more space.
I think that the whole genre of the Lantern cores, the spectrum, I think that is just so fascinating.
Yeah.
And how each core uses the Lantern energy differently. I just, and some are overtaken by it. It's just it leads to, like, you could make some really, really compelling and interesting stories to put on the small screen or the big screen, But and like I said, with Ryan Reynolds' movie, they tried. They didn't succeed. They tried though, and I applaud them for trying to do something other than Batman and Superman, because Batman and Superman is like easy money. Batman is more easy money than Superman.
Yeah, all the stuff on Oa is really good. When
you
watch the movie again,
I love the Guardians. I think that they're great. I wish I knew who they were though. I want who's Sade. Who is what was the other guy's name? That met with Saint Walker, and he was the Guardian that created the Blue Lanterns. You have Sade, and you have blah. I forget his name.
Chat, help us out. Chat.
Chat's gonna have to help me with that. Freddie Prinze Jr. from earlier. Thank you so much. Freddie Prinze Jr. was Fred and Scooby Doo. What's up? Hey, if you have not checked out this guy right here, his channel. He's a very dear friend of mine. He does reviews on Nike shoes, but they're like the fake shoes that people buy, so he does reviews on them and talks about their quality and stuff like that. It's really, really interesting stuff, man. He's a small YouTuber, but his quality is fantastic. He's silly, but check this guy out. He's pretty funny.
I remember when all my buddies would show me videos of like, yo, check out these fake Bapes and everything. It's like, okay, how do you know? And sometimes they were so good. It's like, no, it's the minute stitching. It's the stitching on the inside.
He does like black light. He puts black light on the shoes to see the stitching and to see where the mistakes are on the shoes. It's really interesting because when I buy shoes or whatever, I mean, I don't buy them. He does like a lot of the Air Jordan stuff. Which cool. People pay a lot of money for. So if you do pay a lot for that, and you want to find out, hey, are your kicks legit? He'd be the guy to check out. He's really great. Let's see. Rogues Gallery's discussion says, "Trust me, I know, dude. Hamill Joker brought to reality with that violent cartel twist. It's so perfect, especially opposite Batfleck. I would have loved to have seen Hamill in the '80s as the Joker. I would have loved to have seen Hamill, versus Michael J. Fox as Robin and the other guy from Amityville Horror. What's his name's father?
John Brolin? Is it?
Brolin, yes, John Brolin as Batman.
Him as Batman?
Hell yes, that would have been for the '80s. That would have been awesome. And then you get Christian Bale's Batman as Love Child. He's not. They look uncannily alike though. It's like they could be related somehow, but they're not. But yeah, no. And then Michael J. Fox as Robin at that time, he would have been an awesome Robin, like sort of in that vein of Burt Ward before anything else. And all the stunts that he did in Back to the Future, he would have been down. He mentioned that. I think he was on an Oprah show or whatever. They did approach him. That would have been cool though. Yeah. That would have been freaking cool. Let's see. Oh no. I clicked. Where am I? When you click on it, it just goes nuts. I see Fatal's in the chat. I'll get to his in a minute. Fatal J, man, I sent you the link, man. If you're available.
Fatal J at all costs.
Futile J. Hashtag Futile J in the house.
Our last American hero. Futile J.
Kevin, hey, what's up, Kevin? Thanks for joining. I don't understand why people need to know when Zach is doing his additional photography. Like, who cares when he does it? I agree. Just know that he's doing it. But see, the thing is that people want to know every little detail about it. And that's why they want to find out when he's doing it, why he's doing it, who's going to drop something. Are there going to be pictures? Any dude, this is going to be a closed set. This is going to be a closed set. The only person that's going to have any knowledge is Victor Koo. And you better damn well believe that I'm going to hit him up as soon as he gets back.
And you never know. He might not even do it the way they're doing things now. It's like they might have Victor just come in, slate on one side. Okay, you go. And then they'll just film green screen from everything. So you don't know.
I feel so bad for Victor. But
leave Victor alone.
Yeah, leave Victor alone.
So
he's great. So anyway, I have some stuff that I'm going to share with you guys at the end of the broadcast. Some drawings that I've made.
Ooh,
that I did not share on Dawson's broadcast a couple days ago. We did it on Sunday. So I'll be sharing that with you guys. So please stick to the end, and you'll see what I've been up to. Let's see. I'm curious what will happen to Griggs in the air cut. Griggs from
the guard, the prison guard.
Okay. Yeah, it'd be interesting. What would happen to him, because he was kind of a douche. I mean, I like the actor. He's funny as ever. But yeah, no, I don't know. Rumors about him being chopped up and having his ear cut off. I mean, it's possible. This Joker is pretty. He's pretty nuts. Jennifer,
I got a weird thing to say. Why don't we wait until it comes out on HBO Max, and then we'll find out?
Kanan. Okay. That yes. Sarah Michelle Gellar. Got it. Let's see. His scene in the meat locker room. It would be such a dope reference in the Joker book, or onto the Joker book. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, they put Easter eggs in these things. They do. There's many layers, and sometimes people from DC are able to get some things in there as well. And because it's not always the director. They have people in there that just kind of help them out, along with, they have continuity people. They have all kinds of assistants during the process, man. It's not just, I mean, hell, they used to do product placement where you would, in one shot, you'd see, Coke Zero or whatever it is. And then in the other shot, they would turn the bottle around so that the camera still has, you'll see that in Ghostbusters. If you watch Bill Murray open up the refrigerator, you see the Coke can, and then they do the other shot. You see the other side of the Coke can. It's marketing. It's to clearly see different things, and they do that not only for marketing, but they do it for DC Easter eggs as well. They just kind of put that in there, for some people to catch. Not everybody catches every reference. There's a couple of YouTubers that are pretty good about doing that, about finding that. Hang on one second. Trying to get by the everybody saying hello. I see Arkham Gaming says, I rewatched the Joker movie for the third time. I don't know. I don't like it as much anymore. It's not a comic book movie with my preference. I like comic book elements. It has none. This thing about the Joker, the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie, is that this isn't the Joker. This is what would happen to a guy that would bring him to the point of doing something that level. Like, what kind of insanity grounded in reality would somebody have to undertake or go through to have that eventuality or have that epiphany that this is what I'm going to do? It's not comic book accurate. It does have Bruce Wayne in it. It does have Crime Alley in it. But his situation that he was going through, that was just sort of a tragedy. And it's a great movie. It was done very well. I mean, I completely, I don't own it yet, but I do plan on buying it at some point. What do you think about that, Steve? You think, what is comic book accurate?
What is comic book elements, right? Like, aren't there comic books where it's more of they're without superheroes, right? Aren't there comic books where it's just
in
normal
DC,
everyday people living?
You are a moderator, so just in case you didn't know.
So anybody read Strangers with Paradise? And no,
yeah,
read all these indie comics. Sometimes comic books doesn't necessarily have to be
says Fatal J. Fatal J, you read comics, right? No.
Who? No.
Futile J. Let's see. I'm trying to get a little thing going. Daily DC throwback. Okay. It's just posting a DC related picture every day. Well, that's cool. Toys, collectibles, whatever. Something positive to do. Yeah, you know what? That's the kind of stuff that draws my attention, is positivity. When I put my art out there, or whatever, and I just put it on Twitter, I do it because I love what I'm doing. and I like it, and I'm hoping that somebody else sees it and says, you know what, I like that too, and gosh dang it, I'm going to give you a retweet because I want to share it with people as well. Barcelona B, what's up?
Hey.
How are you? Yeah. So no, hey, I appreciate that, Cygnus. Tag me in it, and I'll retweet. I'll retweet anything that you tag me in that is funny or positive or both. So I don't hold back my retweets. They don't cost me anything. Let's see. Hail Jesse.
Hail Jesse.
Fatal J. Kevin says, "What's up?" So everybody's still saying, "What's up? What's up?" Okay, let me see here. Let me just kind of jump through a little bit.
Exactly, Barcelona.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he does. He
have
has specific color tone.
Palette. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's very desaturated. It's very sort of cold. And yeah, that's just his style, they did this. They have this one small edit or whatever on YouTube of Man of Steel where they completely saturated the movie, the sequence, and then they added the Christopher Reeve music. And some people are gonna say, "Oh, yeah, no, that doesn't fit, doesn't match, or whatever," but it actually did, and it was fine. But it doesn't matter because that's not what they were going for. Yeah. Same thing. My son, he edited Ben Affleck's Batmobile chase, and he put Danny Elfman's Batman theme to it, and it complemented great. But that's not what they're going for. Yeah. So that's not the tone of this franchise, of these movies. They're going for a different tone to get your mindset in a different way. That it's based in real world. These other movies are a little bit more fantastical.
Plus, it's to separate yourself as a filmmaker, as a creator, and everything, right? Like what, that's the one criticism with Superman Returns. I personally like it.
Yeah.
But the big criticism is that you're just basically making a sequel to Donner's films, right? And
they already tried that with Ralph, and the problem with the Ralph movie was the director and the story. Story was weak. And the story was weak, man. I mean, you're gonna make an island in the middle of the ocean.
Okay,
that's the story. He was like, this Lex Luthor is all about real estate, so let's just do some more real estate stuff, right? Because I can't think of anything else. I'm not creative enough to come up with something compelling.
But it wasn't was it Gene Hackman?
Brian Singer.
Wasn't Gene Hackman?
Oh, Kevin Spacey.
Kind of same thing.
Kevin Spacey, when he did it, he was like, I'm not, of course he's seen Gene Hackman, but he was like, I'm not going to go rewatch Gene Hackman. I'm not going to base my performance off of him. I'm going to create my own thing. But then they tried to add a, Mrs. Tessmarker with the girl, she was in Josie and the Pussycats.
It's Parker Posey, right?
Parker Posey, yes.
Yeah, Parker Posey.
And so they put her in there, and she was kind of annoying a little bit, I thought, because she didn't really fit. It's like that movie really didn't know what it was, because they went with like an Art Deco kind of feel and look to it, which didn't match the Donnerverse. But they tried to make it otherworldly, but the other world that they created wasn't that world. Let me get this guy's take on that.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Oh, hey, what's up, Dawson? How you doing?
Doing good. How you guys doing?
Good.
So, did you hear anything about what was said about Superman Returns?
Oh, no, I literally just jumped in. I'm coming in clean. So,
all right, moving on. No, we were just talking about the differences in tone from, because I was saying, there was a saturated cut on YouTube of Henry Cavill as Superman, and they put the John Williams theme behind it, and it was the flying sequence, and it was fine. But again, it doesn't match the narrative of the film.
Right. What people fail to understand about Man of Steel and this whole Superman thing is that, yes, Superman at times has been known to have a certain tone to it. It's absolutely true. it's absolutely correct. You know, with Christopher Reeve Superman, there's absolutely a certain tone to it with Richard Donner and their take and all that. With that being said, though, like you said, there was a certain tone that Zack Snyder was going for with his story. There was a certain take that he was going for. And if they would have went all like bright and vibrant and Christopher Reeve type Superman, it would not have fit. It would not have felt right. And people would have bashed him even more for making a movie that had clashing tones. If we're being quite honest.
Well, it's the same thing with Matt did a quick edit of Ben Affleck in the Batmobile sequence in BVS, and he put Danny Elfman's music to it, and it fit. And it sounded good and it looked good, and the cues were great because of the way he edited it. But again, same thing like we were saying, the tone of the film, you know, is different. So therefore it doesn't work, you know, as a whole.
Like people look at it like, oh, this scene would have been great if it had this. Like, yes, that scene would look cool.
The scene,
itself.
yes.
But again, like you said, it just doesn't fit with the rest of the puzzle. It's like you're trying to insert a circle into a square, like child's toy. It just doesn't work. What's up, Hugo?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad. I mean, and that's why I love Green Lantern. I want to see more of that, man. I love the lore. You're just now getting into Green Lantern, right? You just bought a comic?
I have a couple actually. I have some new 52 stuff. I have some Red Lanterns, and I have some older comics too with Kyle Rayner. And I started reading this one, and it's gonna take some getting used to reading all of that green on a page. Honestly, it sometimes gives my head a little bit of a headache, so it'll take some time. But I am getting a little into that. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts, Steve, on just the lanterns in general? Like, are they? Is that run something that resonates with you?
Yeah, because for me, I've always been a fan of like space stories and sci-fi stories. I think with Green Lantern, you have a good opportunity where you can go many routes. You can go. Sometimes you can go a Star Trek route where it's more philosophical, more sci-fi based, or you can go more space opera route with Star Wars, or you can go space fantasy route with John Carter or Flash.
Oh, continue.
It's hey, look at that. So the possibilities are endless, you know. So.
Yeah. So this lantern, we got to see this guy.
You need to add more muscles to that, man. Come on. Huh?
Well, yeah. I mean, I see the muscles here. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh man, good Lord, this guy.
You put that green.
Yeah. Well, you know, the green really constrains
like,
the muscles a little bit. You know,
he's stretching out to where he's like commanding imaginary planes. That's kind of cool.
I'm holding planets together, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit better muscle definition than this one right here. I mean, look at his abs, though. I mean, good Lord.
No, man, look at that. Look at that crotch, man.
Look at the crotch.
That's what's going to bring viewers to it. Look at.
Huh? But his thighs, though, his thighs are so super small compared to his like biceps. It's like he's got chicken legs.
I have a feeling you're letting out some size insults come out here.
This is an upper body business. As
he didn't show. Body. He has to do some. He has a honey-do list that he's working on, so he couldn't be here. So I get to pick on him. So
the honey-do list. My God,
he got stuck. She's like, if you want to stream, you got a honey-do list.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm skimming over the comments because I can't find where I left off. But no, I appreciate that. But one of the topics that I wanted to get into today is on a little bit of a more serious note is freaking what's going on with Twitter and why are people nuts?
Like I don't know what you mean. This is Twitter all the time.
I'm sorry. This fandom. Right? It should be just completely, and this is why I got into it. It should just be about celebrating what we're getting.
Right.
You know, Ayer cut, you know, Snyder cut, you know, the Flash movie, things like that. You know, it's just like, why are there so many small nuances that people sort of say, I take issue with that. And then not only that, it's like, because you're associated with person A, person B, you can't affiliate yourself with that person, or I can't block you because you can't be in this crowd, but then also this crowd, and this crowd over here sees this person as that, and it's like, what? And I'm flabbergasted. I don't follow a lot of this stuff, but when I see, oh, such and such has blocked this person, oh, now such and such has done this, I'm like, why?
Honestly,
it just seems like such a waste of energy.
I think, Ryan, you hit the nail on the head with it when we were in that private chat, or I guess group chat the other day, when you said people are bored and they're cannibalizing each other over it. I think that
I did say that
perfectly, because like
say a lot of things.
Like there are some things that some people will do that maybe aren't right, but at the same time, like a lot of people are acting like the Snyder Cut movement police. What's up, Rasha?
Yeah.
They're acting like they can monitor, they can police everything that happens in the movement, and it just, I don't know. Honestly, at this point, I feel like a lot of people have to realize that there's more to life than Twitter beefs.
Yeah.
And thank you, Gavin. This is a homemade shirt that someone made for me, so I appreciate that. But yeah, I just think a lot of people need to. I said in a tweet, I think it was yesterday. I think a lot of people what they need to do to avoid this stuff is just get a hobby, find a pastime. Do something productive to get the mind off these things. Because Twitter is not the world. Twitter is Twitter.
I just get on Twitter.
It's psychotic.
Literally, I get on Twitter. I retweet other people's stuff, and that's pretty much. And I put things out there that either I find are funny, or if I made an image and I want to share it, I put that out there. I think it's a good way of letting people know that like my live stream is going. So I put that out there, and that's kind of it. I don't want to get into any, like when people start getting political and or getting into like their own world, then I kind of I back off from that, because that's not an arena that I want to get involved with.
No, because honestly, the majority of the time, whenever something dramatic happens on Twitter, I don't find out about it on Twitter. Someone messages me about it and say like, "Oh, did you see this? Did you see that?" And I'm just like, "No, what happened? What happened now?"
I know, and that's what I was talking about. Is like I literally wake up, I go to work, and I see this person says that this person has done X, Y, and Z, and it's just like, and that causes this person to get kicked out of a group, and so I'm like, I'm hitting people up. Hey, is everything cool? Are you good? Is this person good? And it's like, why are we having to check up on people? We shouldn't have to do that. It's good to do that on your own. Like, hey, what's up? What's good? But not like literally, hey, I see this person is trying to slander your good name on Twitter, So it's like, what? There's no point in that.
Right. We shouldn't have to be doing damage control 24/7.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's what I feel like I'm doing, honestly. Everywhere, like I have a bunch of friends on different sides. I'm just like doing damage control all the time. Like, guys, talk it out, or I'm giving some advice, and I feel like it's like, what is going on? Like,
I mean,
here.
If I have an issue with somebody, I will go and get an outside opinion.
Yeah.
But then I will, take that word from somebody else's perspective, and I'll go and I'll talk it out with the individual that either I have an issue with, or the person might have an issue with me. And I'll be proactive and go about doing that. And I think that a lot of people don't want to go through that process.
Right.
What's that? Oh,
I missed it. Saying, like fighting on Twitter. Keyboard warriors. But yeah, like you bring up a good point. Like
these guns.
That's a good way to handle. Like you go to somebody, you say like, okay, this person's saying this. What do you say about that? I want to hear your perspective.
Right.
But then a lot of times when you bring that up, people will be like, well, you heard that, so obviously you think that too. It's like, no.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand the whole situation.
Right. And it's like, I don't know. I don't see anything that anybody could ever say or do that would be beyond reproach. Mm-hmm. That would be beyond reconcilable. Like you can say, huh?
Can you guys hear me all right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I know Rasha said she can't hear me, so I'm just trying to figure out if that's.
I can't hear you at all. Yeah. Maybe... I can hear you.
Okay. So.
Can you hear everybody else, Rasha? Shut up, Jesse. Okay. Dylan says he can hear you. Okay. I was gonna make a great point and I forgot it. Let's see.
I'm sure you just rewind back.
You're pretty low. Maybe turn up the volume a little bit.
How's this? Is it louder?
Is it okay? Is it louder now, or is it louder now?
How about now?
One.
Number one or number two? Camera one, camera two,
or two.
Maybe if I turn up the game a little bit.
3 or 4?
How's that?
If anybody has ever been to an optometrist, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah. That my uncle's optometrist, so I had to sit in an office like that. But can you guys hear me pretty loud and clear now?
I'm pretty loud. Oh, maybe that's because I'm eating my mic. Maybe you're okay. Maybe pull it up just a little bit more.
Hello.
Okay, you should be fine. You should be fine. Rush is just using old 1990 headphones because they don't sell anything in New Zealand, so she had to get them shipped. So I'm always loud. Yeah. Well, that's because I have to be heard. But yeah, no, I feel like people need to take a little bit more time. There's nothing that you can say that is irreparable to me, right? Because unless you're actively going to go after my family or my kids or something like that, that's where I draw the line, and that's it. Yeah, and once I'm done with you, I'm done with you. I've washed my hands and counted to 3. That's it.
We'll never steer Ryan wrong, ever.
Never, never, ever.
You'll be screwed forever. Never playing Bad Ryan again.
You'll never have to hear that. Because it doesn't exist. It just doesn't exist.
Right.
So, but yeah. So what's your take on that, Steve? On bickering and negativity within a fandom. A fandom. Yeah, people who are supposed to be celebrating.
We should be, but what else is new? This is Twitter, man. Come on. You know what?
But we are in charge of our own destiny, you know?
We are. And sometimes maybe we should just mind our business, and sometimes maybe we shouldn't get involved, you know? Just if they want to bicker around with each other, maybe they should do it on their own. And even though 2 people that are bickering, 2 people are fighting, 2 people have animosity, well, that's them. I mean, if you're grown enough to get on a keyboard and type, then you're grown enough to talk it out and settle it. But
I'm a grown-ass man. I'm 40.
Man.
I have a girlfriend.
I pity you, man. My mama said you better don't do that.
Mama says the alligators are so angry because they have all them teeth, no toothbrush.
That's a medulla oblongata.
You know, it's a
no Colonel Sanders.
Shampoo is better.
Mama says.
What's up, Enosh?
Let's see. Ryan calls you a cunt.
Ooh, those are fighting words
on the internet. Well,
I know.
Shocking.
Yes, it is shocking. It is shocking. But I mean, we really need to. I think that we're old enough. We're not freaking sophomoric. No, man. We're not children. We're grown ass adults.
Think
there should be. There should be a level of maturity that we need to strive for to reach to get beyond this, because a lot of people. And this is what I've kind of seen when they get into the tribalistic stuff, is that they feel like their voice is a voice that needs to be heard. And so nobody really understands the word or the term meek. I mean, to be meek is to be the biggest of the smallest, and it's something that people need to start practicing and putting into their own lives is don't worry about what people think.
Yeah.
That's incorrect.
He's older than that.
But the thing with Twitter is that this is the biggest social platform. One tweet out of any one of us or anyone on this chat, it can be retweeted and we can be the biggest celebrity for the
None
day.
of my tweets have been viral, and I don't think any of my tweets ever will be viral. I think I'm pretty safe.
But that's the opportunity, right? Like that's the thing. And with Twitter, it's the biggest platform.
What's the same with YouTube, right? I mean, right? Dawson had this thing that went viral. He has no idea why, but it went nuts, and you can't control that type of thing. But I mean, in those situations, great. But if you're not okay, so anything that I've seen this week, nothing that I've seen from any of these individuals has gone viral. It hasn't blown up and been like, oh my God, look at this thing. It's been, it's gone viral and it's unstoppable. And now there's damage control or anything. It's just somebody says something and it's addressed, and there's tiffs and there's feelings hurt and all kinds of stuff, and it's just like, yeah, it's like, come on, guys. I mean, I love everybody that I speak with, everybody to converse with. I love interacting. I love being on their podcast, them being on my podcast or stream or whatever the hell. And I have no animosity against anyone, you know. And I think, I mean, that's just how I am. If you have a beef with me, hit me up. Let me know. If I have a beef with you, you know, I'm definitely going to reach out and say something. And if I get a response, then great. If I don't get a response, then I tried.
There's this beautiful thing called conversation. And so many people forget how to have one nowadays. The problem with a lot of social media is a lot of times on social media, there's a limit to words that can be said. So you have to you have to compact all of your thoughts into a very short phrase. And oftentimes compacting something takes away needed context, needed padding to help people understand your tone better. And that's what causes a lot of really ridiculous confusion. And so I always recommend to people, like, if you have beef with somebody, talk with them on the phone or face-to-face. It's almost impossible to misinterpret tone via face-to-face and voice conversations, because you know
right. Because you can interpret text many ways. I could text you literally, you know, goodbye, and you could infer that however you want, like
goodbye, never talking to you again, or just goodbye,
or goodbye, or goodbye. You know?
Yeah, good day, sir.
Good day, sir. What was from Willy Wonka? Yes, Gene Wilder.
Yep.
Yeah. That was, you had fizzy lifting drink. I love that movie.
Oh goodness.
So anyway, let's get Zentek. Did I say that right? I think I said that right. Zentek. Okay. Gee whiz, Mr. Stark. I'm being bullied by Mysterio, homie, Dad. Oh, you're dead. Let's see. Hugo El Capitesiam. Yes, I do. I have said that. Yes. hey, El Capitesiam, you're A+ for paying attention. A+. If you want your tweet to go viral, asking us for advice. What tweet? What does go viral mean anyway? You know what? It's a phrase from I would think the metallurgy field or the medical field rather.
Metallurgy.
Yes, metal. No.
What?
Yes.
It could be. But yeah, you know, just going like a virus. Right? A virus attacks and goes everywhere and blows up, and you know, you can almost call that a pandemic.
What?
COVID.
What is that?
No.
Pandemic.
For pandemic for pan dumbasses. I had a video do 1 million hits. That's why. I don't know why. Hey, you know, she's the master at viral.
You're a cool dude. You're one cool dude, brother.
Yes, it does. It does. It's crazy. But again, I don't think any of us have had that issue.
But again, you can go viral in just a small little circle as well, right? Mm-hmm. The amount of people it doesn't mean worldwide. You can go viral in small little patches.
Yeah.
You know?
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's almost like a mommy group, you know, or a mummy group, in that my wife has said that we kind of sound like a bunch of ladies hackling over, you know, different things. It's like, you know, are you guys, you know, this, that, or whatever, is, you know, because she kind of hears the conversations that we have sometimes. And she's like, because we're talking about like, well, what happened here? Who's blocked now? Who's this? Who's that? It's like, you know, and here we are, you know, just talking about the stuff. And it's, you know, I mean, there's a lot of people that we've had on the 4 Nerds that I did not know didn't get along with this person or that person. I had no clue. Yeah. I was just like, this is another, you know, cool person that I'm streaming with that seems to be cool and fun to talk to. So I'm down, you know. I did not know that there was prior beef or previous beef or underlying issues with anything like that. Yeah, chicken. Yeah, there's a bunch of chickens that hide behind keyboards. You got to talk it out. You got to let somebody know, hey, I have, instead of blocking somebody, like, what the hell is that about? Like, I blocked Jody's Corner and I blocked Andy Signor because of the tripe that they were putting out about a friend of mine. And it was rancid and it was uncouth. And because of that, I muted the person and then I blocked the person. And I will do that to those types of people. If you do something, that is remotely similar or in that same vein. But other people that I've had issues with, I typically try to hit them up and find out, well, what's the issue and how can we resolve it?
Like for me, blocking should be the last resort. Blocking should be
I agree.
the point where, like, if you're trying to have a conversation with somebody and they refuse to have that conversation, if they refuse to have that conversation and just completely being uncivil just for the case, or just for the I guess for the sake of being
contrarian to finding a resolution,
then I'll be like, okay, obviously I need to block this person because this is not going to end. This is just going to be a waste of my time, and block. I had one situation like that where I had somebody comment on one of my tweets just out of the blue and was just straight up being harassing, or they were harassing. Yeah, and then they called.
I have no idea who's blocked me, if anybody, because I don't care.
Yeah, I don't really care either. And then that person went after one of my subscribers in the comments and called them an effing retard. And I was like, okay, that's not cool. That's not cool. So I was like, all right, you're done, and block. So like only last resort. That should be the last resort.
I agree. If you feel like a resolve cannot be accomplished, and you don't want to see their tweets or anything like that anymore, then okay. But if it and the other thing that I don't get is blocked by association. Like because I'm friends with Dawson, if somebody has a problem with Dawson, therefore I'm blocked, or somebody else that is cool with Dawson is also blocked, and it's like pretty soon, I mean, there's really going to be nobody to talk to because everybody's going to be blocked by somebody else. So it's like, it's going to be a lot of burner accounts blocking other blockers.
Blocked.
Exactly. It's just going to be nothing but blocks. So we might as well call the Twitter to Lego.
Yeah. Or everybody's just going to be tweeting to themselves and they're the only people following themselves.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, it's going viral because I just liked my own comment.
And I retweeted it. Yes. Quoted retweet.
Yes. Quoted retweet. Yes. Let's see. I've had the same thing where I have a guest on and everybody tells me how horrible they are and how they hate them. And I just laugh about it and invite that guest back. Yeah. I mean, if you have a guest on your show and you don't see the problem with them, then continue.
Yeah.
Until you have an issue, there is no issue.
Yeah.
If somebody else doesn't like some other person that you've hosted or that you've had on your show, block diff.
No.
Block diff.
I know, this is messing with it.
Wow.
But anyway, so yeah, I mean, if you have somebody that's on your thing, this like let's just bring up Matt Jarbo, right? Because that's somebody that a lot of people have problems with. And if and I've been on Matt's show. I think Matt's been on my show maybe once or twice or whatever, because he's usually working when I stream, and then I'm usually sleeping when he does. A lot of people said, "Hey, watch out for him and all that." I'm okay until something happens. If he does something to me, then I'm like, oh, okay. I was warned. I see the evidence here. I will therefore make a decision on what I'm going to, or how I'm going to proceed.
Like, because we want to see the best in people. We want to give people the benefit of the doubt.
Exactly.
And not just judge them based on somebody else's opinions.
Yeah. You don't use sometimes just watch TV where whatever TV shows that's on because there's nothing left to watch.
Well, what's a rerun?
Yeah.
Watch a rerun.
What's a rerun?
Let's watch
you'll
The
find
Office
out in about
again.
30 years, kid.
I'll watch The Office for the 10th time.
Nice. What's a rerun? My goodness. No wonder the president is from the movies. Who's vice president? Jerry Lewis?
Jerry Lewis?
Oh my goodness.
I suppose Jane Wyman is the first lady. Good night, future boy.
All the best things are made in China. No, are made in
Great
Japan. Yeah, sorry.
Scott.
It must be the fallout from the nuclear wars. Oh,
Oh my goodness.
PETA isn't what you think it is. Are you talking about PETA or what?
PETA.
No, I know what you're talking about. Because
Like
she worked
PETA
for
from the Hunger Games.
like PETA, the bread you eat,
PETA bread.
which is great with hummus.
Yes.
It's for a nonprofit organization. They use celebrities for clout, and they are the original clout chasers.
mm-hmm. Tell him.
Is she talking about Dawson? Clout
What?
chasers. No, I'm joking.
Wow.
You don't
Alright.
chase clout. When's the
No,
last time you chased clout, Dawson?
I don't even know.
All right, let me go back to
Wow.
this.
That
Now-
transition though.
It was that transition though. Hit the wrong fucking button. Like, dang it. Let's see. Ardennes Neely. Great avatar says, seems like everyone is against Seal, so he's blocking. Yeah, but for Sil, I love Sil. I talked to Sil today.
Yeah.
I don't think that blocking is the way to go, even for Sil. You know, even if you think everyone is against you, right? You got to reach out. You got to find out. You got to say, hey, you know what? Do we have discourse? Do we have an avenue for communication? If not, okay. I did my part. I reached out to you. You shut the door in my face. I did all I can do. There's nothing more I can do from my end.
Right.
So I've satisfied my end. It's up for the other person at that point in time to reach back out later on. Because I'm not going to continue. I'm not an idiot, you know.
Right.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Because I went back to the same place thinking I was going to get a different result. That's lunacy. So yeah, no, I don't think Sil should be blocking any and everybody. I think that he should be going to the individuals that he wants to block.
Mhm.
And seeing if there's really anything there. Is there a reason for me to continue a conversation with you?
Mhm.
But
Or,
everyone deals with things their own different way, right? So, but
Yeah.
there's always the room to come back to the table to have a conversation, right?
Right. There's no
And-
reason for anyone on either side to completely close a door.
Right.
And blocking for me is a door shutting.
Mhm.
It doesn't leave room for conversation.
Maybe.
I mean, literally, it doesn't.
I
No,
can't.
not necessarily true, right? Not necessarily
Well, I
true.
mean, on
Didn't
Twitter,
Okay,
Zaga-
hold on. For example, Steve, if I blocked you, how do you talk to me?
Well, there's definitely a reason why you blocked me. So, okay, fine. So, sometimes
Right. But what I'm saying
Yeah.
is Steve, how do
Yeah.
you communicate with me then? If I somehow block you, you have no avenue to me.
yeah, I got
So you can't
no
find out
thoughts, yeah.
why you're blocked or what happened. And I'm off doing my own thing. So a good friendship that we have,
Mhm. Yeah,
we'd be both missing out on a camaraderie.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That's
a
one, that's
friendship,
one way.
so.
Yeah, that's one way. To look
And
at- definitely-
that's the only
that's one
issue
way.
that I have, or the reason why I say that blocking is like, I agree with Dawson. It's the last. God, I'm so wrong. It's always the last resort. Dawson down here, you're up here. I got it now. We're good to go. Yeah, Dawson.
but-
all he has to do is look up.
But sometimes things happen. Everyone has their space,
Mhm.
but later on, one person makes the breakthrough. Maybe it's the person who blocked you. Maybe when you blocked me,
Yeah.
okay, we gone our separate ways. But then later on, you reach back. Then Zada says something like in the second Four Nerds episode or stream, something with Dave Pena or something like that, where he got blocked, or there was some blocking. But
Yeah.
then
Probably,
you
yeah.
rekindle the conversation back,
Mhm.
and then he got to go on their show and have a conversation again.
Yeah.
So there is room there. sometimes we need time apart. Sometimes
Well,
that's the
you
solution.
can, right. And I'm not telling anybody how to do or how to act
Yeah.
or how to be, but I mean, like if I'm going to take some time away from an individual, I'm just you can mute them.
Yeah.
And that doesn't necessarily block them, but you can mute them. And then you can come back and say, hey man, or hey lady, or hey ma'am, or whoever, hey person, I need to talk. I'd like to talk to you because I have some concerns. And I thought about it, and I took some time to calm down, and something that you said, or something that I said, or something that we did, or something that transpired really affected me this way, and I'd like to squash it. I'd like to talk to you about it and see what your thoughts are, and let's see if I'm right or if you're right, or if we can come to a some sort of level of understanding or whatever, and then move forward amicably. That's to me, that's adult. To me, that's the best way to proceed, and how to navigate through the sea of usernames. So I'll read this here from Arkham Gaming. I can't wait until December. Wonder Woman 1984. I hope it comes out then. And all my classes are done. I hope they're done for you. And I can have my life back in it for a few weeks until January. But are you excited about Wonder Woman? Steve, are you excited about Wonder Woman 1984?
Yes.
Dawson, are you excited about Wonder Woman 1984?
Somewhat, yes. Like a lot of people, I've kind of I'm excited for Gal Gadot. I love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Don't get me wrong. It's just all the postponing and all the pushbacks just kind of take away from the excitement just a little bit. Like, I'm more than happy to be proven wrong about being excited for it. More than happy to be proven wrong. But I don't know. At this point, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
But it's not like I'm sitting on pins and needles waiting for it at this point.
But you are going to watch it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch it. And again, I hope I'm wrong about not being excited for it, but I'm just right now at the moment not ecstatic. And that's just
I'm excited. I want to see it. I want to see what it's all about. I don't need to see it this year. I don't need to see it next year. It's done. It's on the shelf. I will get to see it at some point. And so therefore my excitement for that is up there. Now for a different movie is like Black Widow that I'm not excited about. I don't care about it because her character is dead and that movie's finished. They're going to put that on streaming. I think think that's what I read.
Maybe. I think that's an idea being thrown around.
I think they definitely should. I think that is a movie, hopefully, that a lot of people can enjoy at the home. I think that's the best course. I think just like Wonder Woman 84, I don't think they're going to hit that Aquaman or Joker $1 billion mark because nobody's going to be going to the theaters. Nobody cares about that. So not yet. I mean, people are just kind of getting their feet wet a little bit and going out and sort of, getting into a routine, coming out in society, learning to wear your masks, having your beard stick out. But yeah, no, I'm still excited for it. I still want to see it. I'm more excited for that than I am the Cleopatra movie, but I'll watch the Cleopatra movie. I don't understand why Hollywood is still doing this thing where they try to create hype for something that they have no idea how this thing is going to be not received but completed.
Right.
Like what are they filming in New Zealand or some someplace like that is got that quarantine locked down and they're good to go? Or are they hoping that people are going to be out, and society is going to be back to normal, or is this the new normal and we're only going to streaming? I understand, hey, people need to get into projects and everything, but when they start a movie out, they're in debt. They don't make their return back until the movie's finished. So they're okay to go into debt for some of these projects.
The problem is that they don't want, basically it's the whole idea of course it wouldn't happen, but they don't want to be forgotten. They don't want to be forgotten about. They want to make sure that they continue to have an audience for the movie industry, because let's be honest, one of the biggest probably the biggest industry right now in the past 10 years has been the filmmaking industry. It's been the biggest moneymaker. And so they don't want that to die off. They don't want that to be something that's forgotten. They're like, okay, we're at the top of the mountain. Let's not start sledding down now. Yeah. So I think that's why they're trying to make sure there's still hype for things to come. And honestly, at this point, like, movie news is the entertainment right now. When movies and shows aren't coming out, the news is the entertainment. And I think they're realizing that. Like, okay, and that's why you see a lot of these things happening right now is that people
that's
get
why
excited
Zack Snyder's movie news is like the highlight. I mean, DC, Warner Media has got everyone's attention right now.
Right.
You know, no other movies other than like maybe The Mandalorian season 2 or something else. Is there anything else that's Dune? Is really kind of, you know, grabbing people's attention. And you can't release a trailer like Dune and say, okay, we've released it and now we're going to push it back to, you know, we don't know when it's coming out. Yeah. It's kind of like they're shooting themselves in the foot. You know, it's like, hey, look at this cool thing you're never going to see.
But none of it has the pop culture buzz that Zach has, that this movie has.
Right. That's because everything that happened during the summertime, Justice Con, Fandom, you know, just the Man of Steel watch party, all that. Zach owned this summer because
the last 3 years, the last 4 years
came out.
Yeah,
nothing else came out, so that was amazing. That blew everyone out of the water because no one could compete with that because everyone else was caught with their pants down.
Yeah, you can even say release the Snyder Cut in Valerian, and just think about that.
Yeah. So
it's those 4 words alone, that phrase, just takes over everything. So it's already marketed.
Oh yeah. So I mean, it's marketed, but again, a lot of people. There's still a lot of people that don't know about it. Even with the new trailer, I mean that sang to us, you know, resonated with us, and that is good marketing material for us to go out and share with people who don't know. But there's still a lot of people that really aren't in there. I'm like, I go and I talk to people about it all the time that I see they're wearing a Superman shirt or a Batman hat or something like that. I'm like, hey, you know, have you got a subscription to HBO Max? Are you watching the movie? And they're like, no, what movie? And I'm like, damn, you're, you know, casual fan because you're wearing the paraphernalia, but you don't know anything about it. There's something up with that.
So you think I have the opposite effect, whereas like everyone knows about it. They don't know. Yeah,
there's true. Like 5 people that live in one town.
That's
spread out. And y'all have bounties, and
Canada is more aware of everything, you know.
Yeah, Canada's more aware. they have
Canada, that's why Zach loves coming to film here, man.
Hell yeah, they got ET Canada up there.
Exactly.
I like that one guy with the goatee and the mullet. What's his I can't remember his name. I'm horrible.
This is
you haven't figured that out.
Years ago? So.
No, the guy he's there now. There's the little guy with the blonde hair, kind of looks like Ryan Seacrest.
Oh, yeah.
There's the other guy.
Yeah,
Roz. Yeah. I like that guy. I like his take on some.
He's pretty good. Yeah.
I say only because 84 wasn't actually supposed to be the next Wonder Woman installment. I agree. The visual effects look unfinished, which I did show the picture of Cheetah. And they've had all this time. I just hope it's better than what we've seen so far. Well, I mean, I hope so too. I hope that they, you know, use this time wisely and go back and refine.
Now they got the time to do it. So.
PETA is Hindu phobic.
I believe it.
Oh, okay. I don't know anything about PETA or PETA. 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 Well, what is that? Oh, Little Caesars.
Pizza.
It's the sweet one.
Do me a favor, never do that again. It's mine.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't have.
Great take, Ryan. Great take.
Thanks.
Oh man.
But yeah, I mean, is there any other DC news that has happened so far over the weekend? This week?
I know there was a somewhat of an
Static
Shock. Yeah, Static Shock.
Michael B. Jordan. I mean, idiot Marvel for killing off Michael B. Jordan's character.
Killmonger,
God.
yeah.
You kidding? He was a great villain, and they kill. I swear, I'm done with villains dying. They need to be attempted to be rehabilitated. You know, I mean, it makes it to me. For me, this is just me. I think it makes a hero stronger if they have to find alternate ways of taking down the villain other than killing them.
Mm-hmm.
How do I bring this person in without becoming a villain, without becoming what they want, a killer?
Mm-hmm.
You know, how do I do it? You know, that's, to me, that builds more character than the villain just dying either by their own hand or whatever. You know, it's just, I don't know. I mean, what are your thoughts on Michael B. Jordan being Static Shock and not Will Smith's kid Jaden Smith anymore? Because he was originally supposed to be Static Shock. Now Michael B. Jordan's Static Shock. I think that's an upgrade. What do you guys think?
Acting wise, I'd agree. But as far as like the character Static Shock, personally, I feel like Michael B. Jordan might be a little old for it. Because
You think this would be like an older? He's already been Static Shock for a while.
That's what it seems like to me. Because like I watched the cartoon along Cartoon Network for a while. Like he's a younger
Had
guy.
Batman in it.
Yeah, and it was good. It was a really good show, and I really liked that character. But like again, Michael B. Jordan's fantastic. So I mean, I feel like maybe the age difference between him and the actual character in some iterations isn't really going to matter as much, just because he's going to act it out of the park.
And I have a Static Shock T-shirt, 2 of them, different designs, because there was 2 different designs on my TeePublic side. If anybody is a,
are you
Static
sure Michael B. Jordan's starring in it? I thought people are saying he's just producing.
He's producing, but how can you produce and not star in it? Come on now. Come on now.
Well,
come on now.
I mean, people do produce and not star in those films all the time. So I mean,
come on now.
Which if that's the case, then
he's got to be it. I would love for him to do it. I mean, he was talking about being a Superman. He was looking for a character to portray in the DC universe. So because he was looking for that, and they're giving this to him, I think that he's going to also star in it. And if he's producing it, then all the better, because then he can. I mean, he has more power.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Steve? Jaden Smith or Michael B. Jordan? Jesse hates Michael B. Jordan as Static Shock. That's what he's saying here.
Well, maybe he's saying bad take because he thinks that it's just producing.
Nah.
That's what I heard too. That he was only producing, and good for him because I know he's setting up films as a producer, and that's longevity.
yeah.
So as for this, I'd like to see this jumpstart more Milestone characters being brought in, because I loved Milestone back in the day, and I think he would be an awesome Hardware. I love to see an Icon film. That would be amazing to see. You know, Blood Syndicate, all these other characters. There's a
plethora of characters.
A plethora?
What is it?
See, what's the plethora of Jefe?
I'm beginning to think that you don't know what a plethora is.
It's a sweater.
No, Jefe. It's because I cannot comprehend from your superior intellect, Jefe.
Could it be that you're taking it out on me? Let me explain something to you, Jefe. A woman is like a flower. You just have to pick her petals.
See.
And what happens if she does not open up her flower to you? Then I will kill her.
Classic movie.
That's a great movie. Oh, I have it on Blu-ray.
When they go to the singing bush, they have to say the words.
You know who does a really good singing bush? Nicotine.
He does?
He does a fantastic.
Oh my gosh!
You have to ask him to do it. It's hilarious. You'll die laughing. He's so funny.
Wasn't that Randy Newman who did the singing bush as well?
I don't know who did it. It was just audio to me. I didn't look.
Oh my god! What a great!
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Humming.
He just shot the invisible swordsman.
Yeah, I know, right?
And I'm gonna point over here. You're supposed to shoot it in the air.
In the chat, if you know the name of the movie that we're referencing, let us know. I'd like to see how many people actually know the name of this film.
You get a free drawing.
Yeah, and
There you go.
I do plan on I've got this guy right here.
Yeah. Let's go.
I've read it cover to cover. So it's very. I see that this picture here, and I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
But this picture right here looks a lot like somebody that I stream with. Did you use yourself for reference?
Well, I mean, when an artist tends to draw people, they tend to look similar to the person drawing them. So, I mean,
I looked at that particular image and I was like, oh, okay. Was that a mirror, or was that a photo?
No,
is that just from? Oh, okay. I was just curious. But yeah, no, it's a great read. It's very intriguing. Kind of gets you in. You want more? Yes, Blue Beetle. Love Blue Beetle. Teen Blue Beetle. It would be it. A teen Blue Beetle. A teen Blue Beetle movie would trump almost anything that they're doing with Spider-Man at this point. The only way that Spider-Man could do anything to sort of be on par with that is if they did the Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, and the whiny one. If they did that movie, that's the only way that it could stay irrelevant on par. Because I mean, the fandom is kind of split, I think, on Tom Holland being Spider-Man. What are your thoughts?
I think, it's a version of Spider-Man. And yeah, you don't have to like it, but, this version doesn't last long, right?
Which is your favorite version so far?
Of the live
We've
action
had two
Spider-Man?
movies with Andrew, 2 movies with Toby. I mean, three movies with Toby, and 2 movies with multiple, but 2 of his own movies with Tom.
I would say, I think Toby is a really good Peter Parker, but Andrew is a really good Spider-Man.
Yes,
I would have to agree with that. Yes, I mean, if I had to pick one, I would pick Toby as the best Spider-Man completely. As far as like if I had to choose one guy, but I think yes, Toby is the best Peter, and Andrew is the best Spider-Man.
That being said, I would say Tom is the best version of why we all like Spider-Man in the first place, in that there's an innocence to the character, right? And that's, as a kid reading Spider-Man and seeing that he's really a kid himself, like a teenager, but nobody knows shit. So seeing this, and I think Tom is at that age and gives off the best. If I was a kid watching Spider-Man now, I would really resonate with Tom, because that's me, a kid being a superhero. And I don't know the answers. I need help. I need this. I need whatever. So each of them has a different version. And also with Spider-Verse, Miles Morales, that's also another great version.
I'd love to see Miles in live action.
But even as an animated character, you can.
The movie was great.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like about the movie was the Doc Ock that they had. I didn't think that was a great version of Doc Ock. But everything else was great. I liked every other character in that film, even Nicolas Cage.
Oh, I loved Nicolas Cage in that one.
I thought he was great. I mean,
sometimes let matches burn my fingertips just to feel something, anything. Oh,
that
was great.
Let's see, Arkham Gaming. What characters that we haven't seen would you like to see in a movie or HBO Max live action TV show?
Clayface.
You'd like to see what's his name? I forget. It starts with a D, right? The actor Clayface.
Oh, his name is oh gosh.
So I thought it started with a D.
No, it's not a D. It's
a P?
Oh gosh, what's his name?
Daggert?
No. Hold on. Let me look it up.
Clayface real name. I should know this. Basil Carlo.
What was the one from the animated television show? Because that's the Clayface I know. The actor.
Oh, the actor.
Oh, the actor, voice actor for it?
No. In the animated Batman the animated television show, Clayface used to be an actor, and he put like
right,
And
yeah,
so the
yeah.
interpretations, but in the animated series is Matt Hagen.
Matt Hagen. Okay, I thought it was Daggard. Okay,
But
Hagen.
the comic
great.
version is Basil Carlo.
Okay, well, do you know who Basil Carlo is? I've never that
No.
version of Clayface. I'm not familiar with.
That's the version they include in a lot of comics as well as in the Arkham series.
Okay.
So
Now,
Let's
Arkham
see.
Gaming, are you just talking about Batman or anything?
Oh no.
Okay.
He's saying, is it Batman? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
just
just thinking
Batman?
he's thinking any character in the DC
Or any character?
catalog.
yeah, any character.
No,
If
yeah,
there's-
I want to see an Icon movie. I think
Icon.
that'll be crazy. That'll be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
You know one movie
I would
I
love
would
to see
recommend.
a Nightwing movie.
Of course.
One
I
movie
just- I
I
love-
would recommend is Blumhouse did this one movie called Blumhouse did this movie called Slight, and check that out. It's basically a superhero movie, and it really fits. It kind of fits into the universe that Shyamalan made with Glass and Unbreakable.
Shyamalan Ding Dong.
Shyamalan Ding, yeah, my man. Shyamalan.
His
But
movies
it's
started
a
to get
cool-
repetitive for me. I was like, I don't know. What'd you think of the last one? Glass?
Oh, I loved it.
I loved the only thing I loved about Glass was Professor X. I loved his performance in it. I loved his performance in the other one too that he did.
Split.
Split, yes. I thought
Yeah.
that was great. Unbreakable was compelling. It was interesting to watch, but The Village was interesting to watch, but kind of
Village is fantastic, man.
I liked it. I liked it, but the more I watched, the less I liked it. I don't know if that.
My problem with The Village-
when the first time I saw it, I loved it. I was like, "Oh, dude, this is fantastic!" I thought this was a period piece, but it wasn't. I was like, "That's what I thought was like, really awesome." Is that they created this,
Yeah.
universe that
Just
you know,
that
it's kind of
idea,
like
right?
the Truman Show. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, the Truman Show. I love the Truman Show.
Truman Show's fantastic.
So good.
The Truman Show reminds me of The Matrix, in that
Mhm.
you wake up and you realize that reality is not. Those three
Yeah.
movies right there, kind of are really top for me as far as like intellectual.
Just plays on society as well.
My
Oh, yeah,
main
definitely.
issue with The Village, I like The Village. I think The Village is good. My main issue with it is that they say like the leaders of the village are the ones who started this whole community,
Mhm.
but yet
That's
they have
true.
all these like people who are like young adults who act like they have lived their whole lives in this village, and I don't know. It just something feels off about that. I feel like they should have said like, oh, maybe like 2 generations ago they established this, not the elders that are there now. That would have made more sense. That way everybody there actually believes they're in the village.
Arkham Gaming has a question that I don't. Okay, I talked to my friends and they said the Batman Beyond live action movie is impossible. Do you agree that it is impossible to make live action?
No,
No,
not at all. Especially
no.
today.
If
like
you can
today.
make Star Wars, you can
I
make
mean,
Batman Beyond.
And with you have Michael Keaton involved with the Flash movie, I feel like that sets up a Batman Beyond
The
possibility
only thing
perfectly.
that I can say would be that they would have to change it into a different type, and I think that Tim Burton's world, because the future right now isn't the future that Batman Beyond could be. You know what I mean? It would have to be stylized.
Yeah.
Yes.
It would have to include flying cars, kind of like Back to the Future too. But I mean, the movie can be made.
Yeah.
It can be made. It just you have to suspend that your disbelief that this is, the future of that Tim Burton Batman. If they go forward with using Michael Keaton,
And
hell, they
you
can even
you can make your own Batman Beyond live action movie if you want to.
Yeah.
All the tools are
Anybody
there for you
can
to-
make
And
any-
Rasha corrected me on The Village. Thank you for correcting me. I must have remembered wrong. So thank you.
I'm sorry. I thought I was. What was it? What was that line from Batman? I misspoke. Oh yeah, I mistook me for someone else. So let's see.
But I would say
Rewatch.
like the thing about Shyamalan is that what I've noticed with his films is that he makes genre films, but
Mhm.
in a very minimalist way. Like Signs is an alien invasion movie, but you're
That's the
just
one with
focusing
Mel
on
Gibson,
family.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah. And
That was
Joaquin
okay.
Phoenix.
That was okay. It was an okay
But
movie.
all his films are basically a disaster film, a horror
Sixth Sense, I
film, a
can't
good
watch
film.
again.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I watched it once. I tried to watch it twice, and I was just like, okay. I mean, it was a good movie. The first time I watched it, it was kind of like that Empire Strikes Back experience or whatever. In that, like, you're like, whoa, what? You know, it's like it
Yeah.
was interesting. You know, but you lose it. You know, every time. Rewatchability for that
The
particular
entire
movie.
movie hinges on that
It does.
plot twist.
Yes.
And when that happens, you kind of lose rewatch. Well, I guess maybe not always, because sometimes you
I
can
mean,
go and find
you-
clues to it that you didn't see
Yeah.
before. But like, yeah.
But I
see what
mean,
you're saying.
for me, the enjoyment was the first time because that was like the epiphany. You know, that was the aha moment. So anyway, Far From Impossible. Yeah, I agree. And Michael is coming back. Tim is coming back too. I really hope that Asa Butterfield plays Terry. And what? He worked with Tim on Miss Peregrine. I don't know Miss Peregrine.
Oh, that's with Ava Green, right? Tim Burton did a movie with Eva Green and Asa.
That's his wife, right?
No, his wife's Helena Bonham Carter, I think.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Oh, right. From
she's always in his movies.
Sherlock.
Fight Club, Sherlock,
Fight
and
Club, Sweeney Todd. All those.
Harry
Yeah,
Potter.
Sweeney Todd.
crazy
Yeah,
ones. She's in Harry Potter, right?
Yeah,
she is in
one of
Harry
the
Potter. She
movies.
plays
She's in the Snape's crew.
that crazy lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know her name.
Well, to be fair, she's always the crazy lady.
She's always a crazy lady. Let's
But she
see.
does work.
All M Nights are in the same universe. No, I don't think so. I think that he combined Split like as a just fun. It wasn't supposed to be. Oh, Bellatrix Lestrange. Yes. Yeah. It was a weird name. But I think that he combined his stuff for Split at the end of the movie with Unbreakable, just as a fun teaser. I don't think he was really like going that way or going that route or creating a
But the
universe.
studio's
But
just
it's cool that he did.
yes.
Yeah, but it's cool that he because everybody, you know, kind of welcomed that. They were like, yeah, you know, that's
I
awesome.
mean, universes were the thing.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was. They tried that with the Dark Universe.
Oh my
Failed.
gosh.
It failed.
Oh goodness gracious. And they tried to
So-
have the Easter egg of like the old Mummy movies, and I'm just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, God, the Mummy movie was not it was an action movie.
Right.
And that
That
was
became
weird.
That became a Tom Cruise action movie.
It did.
Yeah,
It did. And the four eyes, the four irises or whatever, I didn't like. I mean, it was an interesting look, but it was no. I'm sorry, it just wasn't. There wasn't, and it wasn't scary at all. I love how Night, like the create his own universes. Oh, M Night. That's his thing. Lady in the Water. I didn't see that one. Lady in the Water was meant to be a trilogy, but the reception wasn't good. It's probably why I didn't see it. I don't know. It just didn't interest me. That's why we got Split and Glass. True. Let's see. Mark Webb. Mark Webb could direct Batman Beyond. I mean, I wouldn't put it past anybody. I mean, Tim Burton was supposed to direct Batman 3, but didn't. He became producer on it, and actually before Schumacher, it was actually supposed to be directed by Wolfgang Peterson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's
yeah.
when I was.
What a name, Wolfgang.
I would have loved to seen that.
I actually went to a casting call for Robin for Batman 3, and that's the director at the time. So I met the.
That would be
casting director.
awesome. That would be sick.
It was and it was it would have been a great experience, but didn't happen. Michael Keaton pulled out. Money freed up. They got Val and Chris, and that was it. Let's see. Jesse said, yes, every movie has been meant to kickstart a universe. I don't know if the Sixth Sense was ever meant to kickstart a universe or Signs. Let's see. Helena, Tim aren't together anymore. Oh, it's been something like 4 years. Hey, you know, That's maybe the reason why he doesn't do much, and Dumbo wasn't that good. Rated R Bat family movie would be great, especially Red Hood, Nightwing, and Damien. I would love to see them go and make a freaking Red Hood movie. I know that they're supposed to talk about, or they're supposed to cover in the Batfleck series. They're supposed to go in more detail of Dick's death. But I don't know how much they're going to dive into that. But that's sort of the rumor. I
think they'll dive head in. I think what they're going to, or I guess head first, I think what they're going to do is they're going to have the story that takes place in the present day with Batman and Deathstroke, but then also a cut to flashbacks of Batman and Dick Grayson, kind of show like what happened leading up to when he was killed by the Joker. And then that near like the end of the show, you see the full picture of what exactly happened. Kind of like how Arrow started at first, when he would occasionally have flashbacks of his time on the island. But of course, better done.
Yeah, we need a real Batman than the Arrowverse Batman. Says, I want to believe that Ben Affleck is coming for his Batman movie, but I think he's going to come back for Snyder Cut and JL 2 and 3. I think in the Flashpoint movie, he's going to die. No, he's not going to die in the Flashpoint movie. He's going to die at the end of JL 3.
Right, that was the original plan.
And he is supposed to die saving Kal-El's unborn child, or born child, I guess. Unborn.
He makes a sacrifice, whatever.
He makes a sacrifice.
And that's what redeems his character from the darkness he was in BVS. And then Superman names his child
Jonathan Bruce.
Yeah,
Jonathan Bruce Kent.
Yeah.
Isn't that poetic? Isn't that a great send-off?
So poetic.
You know? Right?
So poetic.
Don't you want to see this? There you get a full character arc.
Imagine that.
Like everybody
when you continue a series, you get a full character arc. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, we got what is this? He was Zack Snyder before we got Zack.
M. Night Shyamalan is what they're talking about.
He was a bit ahead of his time. I think these directors are right on time. I think it's the society that has been slow to catch up.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's the other way around. You know, I think that a lot of people just kind of have to warm up to things because they've been conditioned to view movies this way or that way, or how to, you know, receive certain media and whatever. If a rated R Clayface solo film was made in the 90s, who would you cast as Basil Carlo? I would have cast Tim Curry. He would have been a great. He was Joker. But yeah, in the 90s, who would you? Pennywise. Yeah, he was Pennywise as well. But he was also the Joker. When he was cast before Mark Hamill.
Oh, so he wasn't the Joker.
Mark came and re-recorded a lot of the lines, but I think there are some still from Tim Curry. So Tim Curry still has Joker lines. I think also that he might have voiced Joker in the other animated series, Brave and the Bold. I don't know. Let me have a look at that real quick. But who would you cast as Basil Carlo?
This is the 90s, right?
90s.
Yeah, 90s.
Honestly, if at the height of his fame, at the height of his star-making box office power, if you're going to really put a Clayface solo film, right after his Oscar win for Leaving Las Vegas, Nicolas Cage. Hands down.
I could see that.
Remember, this is not the Nicolas Cage like we know now. This is
right.
Before all the money troubles
now.
and everything. Yeah. This is before like buying the castles and the alligators and delving into the voodoo stuff in New Orleans and all of that. So
yeah. No, I can definitely see that. I think 90s John Travolta might have been a good call.
You know, John Travolta was actually in the running to be cast as Superman.
What?
Instead of Chris.
Man, that smile would have been so distracting. It would have been massive.
Like, I don't know. I'm from the universe.
I'm just here to save the day. You know, I'm just here to get this cat out of this tree.
That would have been, that would have been like that would be right after Grease or Saturday Night Fever. I think after Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever, yeah.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Because, like, in my opinion, the actor for
directed by Sylvester Stallone.
Oh yeah.
No, he directed Staying Alive.
Yeah, I feel like the actor for Clayface should be like when he morphs, he should be kind of an attractive guy because he's an actor, and when he's a Clayface, he wants to, of course, be as like a good-looking person. He's not going to transform into something that's ugly. So like,
So Nicolas Cage is out.
I mean, it depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, no, I don't think Tim actually voiced him. He did the voice, and then Mark came in after him and re-recorded. But some of his dialogue is still there from the 90s. But yeah, no, he did. He definitely was cast as Joker and did work. But yeah, no, his interpretation was good. But I do think that Mark Hamill's trumped Tim's.
Oh yeah. Mark Hamill's Joker voice is phenomenal.
Yeah, Travolta's. I mean, hey, who doesn't like Grease?
He has his
Grease
moments.
2 is crap.
Yeah.
So I
never
care
saw Grease 2. I never saw Grease 2.
It's with Michelle Pfeiffer in that one, and it wasn't good. I didn't like it.
Who doesn't like Look Who's Talking, right?
Look Who's Talking. Yeah.
Who doesn't like those movies? You got
Look
Bruce
Who's Talking
Willis as the baby.
I actually saw that this year. I watched Look Who's Talking earlier this year. Yeah, it's still good. I mean, Kirstie Alley, I don't know. She was more hot in Cheers.
No, she was more hot in Star Trek the movie. Yeah.
Star Trek the movie? I don't remember him. I don't remember.
Wasn't she? Yeah, she was the.
She was in Star Trek. I don't remember her in it. Let's see. Hold up. I saw Dick Grayson in Nightwing, so I have to pull it up. Do you think that if we get a Ben Affleck Batman series, do you think Dick Grayson was already Nightwing, and Joker put him in the Robin suit and put him and beat him to death?
I thought about this. This is definitely possible. I mean, that would explain the shorts. Maybe it's like a mocking thing, like he's just a boy wonder and puts him in the shorts.
But it would be interesting if the shorts are like ripped, but they're not ripped. They look like tubes almost on its thigh.
I'd have to go back and look. I'd have to go back.
Yeah, they just look tube like I don't know, perfect. They don't look torn or anything like that. And if I were Batman, I would have just made a Batman suit, but for the body type of Dick Grayson. Right. And if you wanted it colored differently, then cool. But I definitely would not have let his legs be vulnerable to gunfire or knives or anything like that, because I feel like that is a lot more irresponsible of Batman.
Well,
to put him in danger and then put him in more danger.
At the end of the day, when it comes to armor, it does end up being Robin's choice because he's got to fight.
That's his ward. And his ward, if you watched Alona Sherlock, then Enola Holmes, then you'll know that the ward has to do what the ward has to do.
Now you're comparing Batman and Robin to a ward and a girl in the 1800s. Now, come on, that's not the same comparison.
Who has wards these days? I wish I had
one.
I need a ward.
To keep you in check.
Yeah.
That's what your wife's for.
Grease is disgusting film. What? Grease lightning.
Go Grease lightning. Go Grease lightning.
Well, I can't believe you, Rashi. Crazy. Girl.
Summer loving. Have me a blast.
Oh, man.
No one? All right, fine.
Let's see here. Let's see. Rasha. No, he's talking to Rasha. Isn't one of my favorites. What?
Yeah. Hairspray.
Hairspray? I didn't like
that's a great musical. Come on.
I did see it. Oh, you know what's like a horrible musical? Mamma Mia.
Oh, man.
Mamma Mia is a horrible musical.
Both of them?
I didn't see the second one because I didn't like the first one. So I can't get to the second if I don't like the first.
Well, you never know.
I don't like. I don't know. I don't like musicals. Okay. Flip the script. What's your favorite musical?
Mine?
Yeah.
West Side Story.
Okay.
Then second would be. Are we considering Disney cartoons as musicals as well?
No. They're cartoons. I mean, if it were, I'd be like, I'm all day Jungle Book.
Yeah, right.
You cannot top Jungle Book's. It was just great for its time. Even now, I mean, the renditions are not as good as the original. When they remade it and made it live action or whatever, and they tried to update it and all that, and I didn't prefer their
My
song
favorite musical
construction.
is Phantom of the Opera with Gerard Butler. I love
Schumacher,
that musical.
Man. Schumacher.
It's
Yeah.
dang good. Yeah, Joel Schumacher. Yeah, that's right. And Hugh Jackman was supposed to be the Phantom in that movie. He was busy with the X-Men movies.
Wallaby.
But I think it ended up better for it because Gerard Butler, even though he's not like a professional singer, I feel like he nailed it.
Yeah. Whoa.
Then well, what's the movie with Hugh Jackman and Nicole Kidman? Australia.
Oh, Australia.
Is that a musical? No, they don't
No.
sing in there, right?
I don't think so. I think it's funny
Moulin
because
Rouge is a good musical.
when Hugh
With,
Jackman
Ewan
hosted some
McGregor?
award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Hugh Jackman hosted some awards show, he's like talking about like there's a lot of actors who are very diverse in the acting. Like Robert Downey Jr. is a Australian who plays a Caucasian who's playing as an African American, but I'm an Australian who plays an Australian in a movie called Australia.
Australia.
I love that. Let's see.
Well, there you go.
Ward of
That's
the
good.
State.
Awards are still, yeah. Sound and Music is great.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic.
There's Singing in the Rain.
Yes, the definition of what the freak,
What the flippin' pancakes?
what the flagnog.
What the fetch?
Yeah.
Would you like to see Superman or Batman as a musical?
Oh,
I would
A
love
musical?
no.
I think
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
man.
Spider-Man was a musical, wasn't it?
On Broadway, but I mean like an actual.
Oh,
live
There
action.
is a Batman musical, I'm pretty sure. Or is it Batman Live?
Those are
Batman
just
on
the
stage.
Prince music videos. That's it.
Prince's music video was fantastic when he painted
King.
himself.
It's the
Bat
best.
dance. Yes.
I love that. I have that album, and
Oh, I
one of
have
the
it.
best
Yeah.
albums. Yeah.
I don't have the album. I have the cassette.
Mm.
Oh, nice. Even better, man.
Wow.
You know how much I can go
I
for?
used to play that thing all the time. I still
Yeah.
have it, I think. But yeah, I used to play that all the time. Just trust. Who do you?
Pardon,
Trust.
man.
What makes you real love or trust? I put this question to you because I want you to be with me.
So good.
Money. All right. Anyway, sorry. What were they saying about Mamma Mia? Hold on. I throw. Yes. I completely agree. Oh, it's disgusting. Pierce Brosnan singing.
I forgot he
Oh,
was in
come
there.
on.
Oh gosh.
Lay off 007. Come on.
Gods and Monsters. I saw. What was that one?
Brendan
Love and
Fraser?
Monsters. Did y'all watch Love and Monsters? I didn't
Mm-mm.
like it too much. It was kind of goofy.
I haven't seen it.
Let's see. Phantom of the Opera. Should have been Hugh and Gerard, but Gerard owned the role.
He did.
Hugh Jackman actually made a TV musical, like an actual series. They didn't go
Fiddler on
for
the
much
Roof?
of a
Hell
season.
yes. I love Fiddler on the Roof. That's great. I watch that every year. Don't knock my movie dad singing. Let's see. Here we go. I know this is a huge leap, but do you think the Gotham Knights video game that has Nightwing, Batgirl, Tim Drake, Robin, and Red Hood will help will help the chance of getting these getting movies for these characters? No, but it will help with the knowledge of Red Hood and who he is, because Red Hood became something like in the early 2000s, right? They left Jason Todd dead since the 80s, and they didn't resurrect him until I want to say the early 2000s. But other than that, it's really good. A good game that really helps, but still didn't do anything for community or getting movies made or anything like that. I keep going back to it, but it's still a game. Is DC Universe Online. That game put characters in front of me that I'd never known anything. I'll get this out of your face. That I'd never known anything about. It gave me backstory. It gave me like who these characters were. It was a wealth of knowledge within a game, and the narrative was fantastic. You know, I met characters like, you know, Brother Blood. You know, I got to meet, you know, so many obscure characters. Mitsopidlik was in there. I mean, there's so many, you know, Parasite. Of course, I already knew who that was, but I mean, it just had so many characters that, you know, Toyman that I didn't really know too much about because you didn't really see that much of him in the animated series, and the animated series didn't really do him justice. There's, you know, a lot of characters that, you know, even Hank Henshaw. I didn't know who the hell Hank Henshaw was until, you know, I met him in the game. But I mean, it really is same thing with Gorilla Grodd, the island, the Gorilla Island. Learning about, you know, Weather Wizard, the Top. I mean, all of these different characters that I'd never really been exposed to. All of a sudden in this game, you're exposed to all of them, and you find out and you learn more about them. So it was in that respect, that game and the art direction in the game is Jim Lee. You know, Jim Lee was heavily involved in that game. He did character drawings of every single character you see in that game. And, you know, profile, front shot, perspective, back shot, colored, everything was Jim Lee. And he spent so much time on that game, and he actually played it with the fans for a little bit before he moved on to other projects. But yeah, the game is still there. I'd love to invite, you know, some of the guys to, like, you know, maybe we could, like, you know, play the game a little bit, you know, and just kind of do something fun like we do every month. Because I think we're all DC fans. It'd be fun, something fun for everybody to kind of do. And there's proximity chat. You can turn that on and just, you know, talk, and you can talk with people around you that are in your proximity. It was one of the first games that actually incorporated that. One of the first, not the first, but it was a great game. But anyway, the only thing I don't like about the Gotham Knights game is that, like, the weapons all have colors to them. I don't like
their outfits look very leathery.
I don't like Batman's I'm not Batman. Robin's poncho. I don't like Robin's poncho. It does not look. It's not a. It's none of the Robins have ever looked that goofy. High School Musical.
My sisters listen to that soundtrack on repeat, and it just...
My daughter used to listen to that all the time. I'm like, oh, good Lord, no. The Aristocats. Well, it's Disney, but yeah, I mean, a lot of Disney films are pretty good musicals. That's pretty much what they were known for. ACS is up in here, man.
Hey, what's up, ACS?
What's up, man? It's fire. Here we go.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm glad that you're here. You've got a link. I'm about to close out, but you got a link. But
so
yeah,
you won't get in.
So you won't get in. But like I promised, for everybody who's stuck around, I'm going to show some art that I've done, that I'm working on. My own little comic. Been doing it for a while. So let me just move this aside. Let's see where I am in this. Oh, that's not something I want to show. Or that.
Do 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 do.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
All right, and
hey, what's good?
All
What's
right.
up, Steve?
Yo. Bloodshot. Pop, pop, pop. Double tap to the chest.
I was waiting for it.
Ooh, it's my favorite.
Oh, Taz.
But that's Taz as a Red Lantern, and I actually have that shirt. I've worn it a couple times, but I drew that, and then I put it on a shirt.
Nice.
But this is something else that I drew, and that
Nice.
really.
You should make yourself full screen.
Yeah, I like them boots, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's see.
There is a button for that.
There is. All right,
That's
here
the
you go.
button.
So
Nice.
there you have
Look
that
at
one.
that.
Look at the curve on that
Nice.
butt. Nice.
Woo! I've been working out.
That booty.
Yeah.
Nice, carefully crafted cheeks that you just showed on that.
Nice.
These are in they're not in sequential order, but that's part of the little action sequence. Here's that guy. I'm up behind him.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
So let's see. He was dealing with the first guy that you saw on the ground.
Love the perspective
Oh,
of that
cool.
villain being
Yeah.
punched.
Yeah, I'm trying to do like
Yeah, that was good.
dynamic shots.
Mhm.
Here we go.
Nice.
Yes.
You know what it reminds me? Remember this X-Men artist, Joe
Manganiello?
Not him.
That's true.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yo, Ryan, that shirt is fire.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that shirt?
I got this from Academy.
You're a
I
mom.
got it from
Yes.
Academy, and
Oh, they
that's
have
when they
Academy where
had.
you.
Yeah, that's when it's Under Armour.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, so you have Academy where you are. I thought Academy.
Yeah.
Well, it is a Southern.
It is, yeah.
He dropping
Look at
a
that
deuce.
pose. Look at that.
Yeah, I know.
Dropping a
man.
deuce, yeah.
That's perfect squatting. That's right there.
I had to get in
At the grass.
kind of a compromising position for that one. That one's just a
Nice.
close up. But yeah, no, I mean, just, oh no,
Oh no.
fan.
Oh hell no.
Hell no to the no. Hell no.
I killed Anthony.
Oh, you
That's a
did.
nice
You
one.
just
That's
deserved me. You just destroyed me right now. Ray, what's good?
Nice. Nice running pose.
Yeah.
Yo.
So you have someone asking you in the chat what your superhero's name is.
It is up in the air for now. I just want to be able to somehow patent it or get some sort of licensing on it before I
Mhm.
release it.
So does he have any powers or abilities?
He does. He does.
Your powers are.
Powers
He can
are,
perfectly
apparently
squat
flying
at
on
the
He
grass.
yo, he has like excitingly like muscular cheeks, man. Back then.
Yeah.
Good to clap them cheeks, man.
Yeah. And then this is another character that I was.
And those cheeks are so good, you can put like a MasterCard through them. Swipe that, you know?
Oh, nice.
So and I had another character I was toying with. I wasn't sure.
Oh.
Just trying to
Nice.
get something else in there, and this is a shot of him.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
cool.
Let's see.
Very
and then
good.
this is one of the villains.
Ooh,
Mm.
like the mask.
Yeah.
Thank you. Here, let me. And don't forget to pick up your copy
Yeah.
of Fire Lord.
Yes. Yes.
Huge.
Thank you, Zod. Well, that was the only real format that would work when I was like formatting and everything. It pissed me off. I had to reformat that thing like 6 times in order for it to fit their dimensions that they had.
Clapping them cheeks.
That's right.
Reese, yes. It's just
Pop.
it's just ripples. It's like
God damn.
is that a motorboat? Is that motorboating?
oh, man.
Motorboarding. I think you're confusing waterboarding and motorboating.
Waterboarding. Oh gosh. But yeah, no, it takes place. And I was gonna have him go up against. I think they're called the Yakuza.
Mm.
And it was just gonna be, just something interesting.
Nice.
What's up? How's it going?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, if again for you guys, and if I can get to 500 subs, like I said, I'm going to get this printed up,
Mhm.
and I'm going to send this out. Boom! This is a piece of art that I did,
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
and it's Quack to the Future, and yeah, I'll print it up, I'll roll it and put it in a tube and send it out to a couple random subscribers. But yeah, if I can get to 500 before, I want to say December, so I got a month and a half. I think it's doable, and I think that I mean, this is something a lot of people that I know have said that they like, and
no, that was good.
I would definitely like to give that to the people that watch and contribute and talk to me on social media or on these chats, and just sort of like my appreciation for always being here and helping out the channel. We're all about positivity and again, for this as well, I wanted to, since I got you guys here, we got Steve here showing off his muscles.
Steven,
We got
clanking
Dawson
metal.
here showing off his butt cheeks.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, look
he's
at him.
actually the
Ugh.
inspiration for the drawing I made.
Yeah. My butt is famous.
we got another
Celebrity
you know what?
Vin Diesel is up in here, man.
Vin
Oh, he's
Diesel.
got the shirt too. Goddamn,
And
Xander Cage.
You,
Got it.
you know what else? I have the behind. He showed behind, so I got another butt clenching shot. I just need to make it. But anyway, of Anthony. But yeah, no, we have Zod here, DC Extended. And this is only a fraction of the people that have bought the shirt. I've got a lot of people that have bought the shirt, but they haven't sent me photos of themselves yet. I thought I had one. I know I have one of Bat Dan, but I'm going to finish this. So basically, if you've bought one of those shirts and you want to be in the media that I send over to Ray Fisher, man, please send me a photo of yourself on Twitter, ZEEVERFETT. If you haven't bought a shirt yet, let me know, and I'll hold off a little bit longer. But I want to go ahead and compile this thing and send this over to him so that, I mean, he's seen a couple of these shirts, people wearing the shirts. He's definitely aware of the shirt. Ray Fisher is. He's retweeted it, as you can see here. He's definitely retweeted the shirt. And in the link in the description is down below where you can get the shirt on my Teespring store. And if there's something going on with the link to get to the shirt, let me know. I also have other shirts that are available that I made that are pretty cool too. And I did make a different design for the jersey. One of my subscribers was complaining about about the shirt. So I updated that and I put it up there. I doubt that he's probably going to get it, but I put it up there.
Reese is asking a pretty good question.
Oh, sure. Hold on.
Is he Mickey McFly or Marty McFly?
Is Marty McMouse.
But speaking of channel updates, got me some hardwire going here.
Nice,
yes,
nice.
dude. I definitely. I'm doing this. This is wireless right here. What I got going on.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely need to get wired.
I just have to wait for my adapter because it's a laptop I'm working on, so it doesn't have a straight up Ethernet plug-in. But I just need an adapter going. But yeah. Oh,
I tell you what. I have family that live in New Zealand. So I consider you family, Rasha. I will send this to you. No extra charge. You buy the shirt, or you let me know you're going to buy the shirt. We'll work it out. And you can have it shipped to me, and then I will send it out to you.
And speaking of printing stuff out, Ryan, Fatal J a while back asked for a printout of my Thanos Darkseid picture. And I know he lives near you. So
he does live near me, yes.
I might be talking with you a little bit of how to get that printed out and get it to him.
Okay.
So
okay.
There we go.
So everyone's been getting those. I have actually a lot of people that have gotten it, and I don't have pictures from them that match up, So the number of people that have actually bought the shirt don't match the number of photos that I've actually received from Twitter. So if you are one of those people that has gotten the shirt, the whole point, or one of the points, was to let Ray Fisher know, hey, I got your shirt, and I want to show my support for this legal process that you're going through. So yeah, I mean, and like I said, on the Teespring store, 100% of the proceeds go to afsp.org. I don't make any money off of this shirt. It all goes, it's charity. That's it. I'm just doing this because I thought it would be a really cool thing to do. So,
and the shirt is fire. The quality is fire.
The quality of the shirt is fire. Yes.
Yeah.
No, I completely agree. I mean, everybody who's gotten the shirt, I've heard no complaints. I've only heard complaints from people that haven't bought the shirt yet.
Rasha says she
lives
lives in the ass end of the world. I wouldn't say that. I mean, they film Lord of the Rings there, so I don't want to say that. But she's
would I get free shipping to Australia? I don't have any family that live in Australia. I do have family that live in New Zealand, though.
Well then, Australia bias.
Yeah. But anyway, so final thoughts, you guys. I'm going to close this out. We're a little bit past the 2-hour mark, but I appreciate all of you for showing up. And I appreciate everybody that's joined in the chat and have left messages like Anna Bob. Is that right? Anna Bob. So thanks a lot. Huh?
Adnan. Just say the middle name Adnan.
Oh, Adnan Rushnan.
Yeah.
So I know. I mean, I've got it. I just don't want to butcher people's names. You know.
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah. So ACS, since you were the last one to show, I'm going to let Steve go first. So Steve, where can everybody find you, buddy?
Since it is the Halloween horror season, what you can do is you can go on YouTube, which where you're watching right now, and you can check out a short horror film that I'm in called. If you just type in "Skin Deep" Steve Kassan horror, then you can see just a 3-minute horror film. So, I keep saying I'm an actor, so might as well show you some stuff that I've been in. So you can do that. And I would recommend Reanimator as another horror film to watch.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So yeah, Nerdy, go ahead and recommend some horror films that you like. Give me your top horror film, one that you've seen that you're like, oh, freak, I'm not going to sleep for a week.
Alien.
Alien? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I love Alien. I love it. It's great. And I actually sent you a picture just now on Twitter, Ryan.
I saw that. You want me to go ahead and pull it up?
Yeah, if you would, that'd be great. But yeah, you can find me at Nerdy in Many Ways on YouTube. The name's right here. Also, NIMW32 on Instagram and Twitter. You can also find me at Dawson Weidrich on Vero. You can also find me at NIMW on Twitch. And be sure to look out for watch parties in the future on Twitch, which will be really, really exciting. It's going to be very, very fun, so be sure to follow. And this weekend, I believe on Fridays I'm going to do this. But my stream, if you can pull up that picture, Ryan.
It's uploading.
Oh, man, fail.
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh man, that sure is a fail.
Oh,
I
son
tell
of a
you.
gun. That really sucked.
Where's Opie?
That really consumes my gizzard. I tell you
Where
what.
did it go? It just let me go to downloads. No, it's not in downloads.
Oh,
It was on
man.
Maybe if you just shared the screen and showed
No,
the picture.
Dawson,
I will not
hey.
share the screen.
Dawson, you're about to be.
Damn it. All right, I'm going to share the screen.
Dawson gonna be making me some jingles.
Prepare to share the screen.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Some Green
Okay,
Acres.
so-
thing, right?
Yeah.
Go back to StreamYard and I will share screen.
So this is going to be happening this weekend, probably Friday night for my weekend stream. I'm not going to be doing a Nerdy Chat Saturday, but I'm going to be doing basically a Nerdy Chat Friday. And it's called Breaking the Multiverse. So it's going to be a very, very fun show. Got a lot of fun surprises for you guys. That's a crapperly photoshopped
You should
face
have
on
worn
the
your
Flash.
glasses.
So,
That would have been so cool.
but yeah, so that's something to look out for.
We'll be on the
Awesome.
lookout for it.
Awesome.
Yes, you will be, Anthony.
Yes. Looking forward to it.
Okay. So
You're welcome.
Anthony.
Yeah, you can find me on all forms of social media at 2279ACS. Search my YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search for the ACS Universe. You'll find me there. Sorry I was so late. Obviously, y'all guys know on Tuesdays I talk football for hours, so that's why I went.
It's a good way to spend time.
Yeah. But yeah, and yeah, Friday should be interesting.
All right. So I'd like to thank everybody again, and I'd like to also thank my Patreons. Thank you so much, Tyler, Zodrider, Juan Villarreal. If you would like to join our Patreon network, please do so. There's a link to the description down below. It really helps the channel out. It helps me to bring this kind of content and spend this amount of time away from my family. So, but with that, thanks everybody, and y'all have a great night.